out of hypocrisy, proclaiming their contempt for the female sex too often and categorically, a contempt they strive to assume in the eyes of society, from which they force admiration on false pretenses. All these men end up night after night in brothels until, occasionally, their hypocrisy is discovered. Then there is the weakness of the man who is looking for a polyandrous arrangement. Far be it from us to make a value judgment on polyandry, which was the dominant form of relations between men and women in certain societies. What we are denouncing here are the flocks of idle, money-grubbing gigolos lavishly kept by rich ladies. Within this same system, prostitution can, economically speaking, include both the prostitute and the materialist-minded married woman. The only difference between the woman who sells her body through prostitution and she who sells herself in marriage is the price and duration of the contract. So, by tolerating the existence of prostitution, we lower all our women to the same level, whether prostitute or wife. The only difference between the two is that the legal wife, though still oppressed, at least has the benefit of the stamp of respectability that marriage confers. As for the prostitute, all that remains for her is the exchange value of her body, a value that fluctuates according to what's in the male chauvinist's wallet. Isn't she just an object, taking on more or less value according to the degree to which her charms fade? Isn't she governed by the law of supply and demand? Prostitution is a concentrated, tragic, and painful summary of female slavery, all its forms. We should therefore see in every prostitute an accusing finger pointing at society as a whole. Every pimp, every partner in prostitution, turns the knife in this festering and gaping wound that disfigures the world of man and leads to his ruin. By fighting prostitution, by holding out a helping hand to the prostitute, we are saving our mothers, our sisters, and our wives from this social leprosy. We are saving ourselves. We are saving the world. Women's reality in Burkina Faso. While society sees the birth of a boy as a gift from God, the birth of a girl is greeted as an act of fate, or at best, a gift that can be used to produce food and perpetuate the human race. The little male will be taught how to want and get, to speak up and be served, to desire and take, to decide things on his own. The future woman, however, is dealt blow after blow by a society that unanimously, as one man is the appropriate term, drums into her head norms that lead nowhere. A psychological straitjacket called virtue produces a spirit of personal alienation within her. Concern with being protected is nurtured in the child's mind, inclining her to seek the supervision of a protector or negotiations for a marriage. What a monstrous mental fraud!